All right.
Close. It is Tioshpe Riamaka. It's a Lakota organization. And I just wanted to quickly introduce you to our executive director in my personal muse, who was really supposed to be here, but she was called away to Chicago, so I'm filling in. But I just want you to hear her just...
You can double click at the top, I think.
can?
Should go to YouTube. Nope.
Never mind. That's okay? Never mind? I don't want to take my, can I have 15 seconds back? The website, you can get to the website by going to Tioshpe Riamaka, and you can click on the video. Her name is Christinia Iala. She is the inspiration and the major, major brains behind this movement. And but what I came to talk about is I have been working with Tioshpe to do what's called the Wachozani Experiential Learning Center. And Wachozani means to walk in balance with the mind, the body, the spirit, and the emotions. And the Wachozani Experiential Learning Center will be, will really open its doors in the summer of 2012. And you would be welcome to come and work with us. We do really two kinds of things, and I was so pleased to be here with Paula. Paula, where are you? Because I think she's absolutely right on target, that where there is reduced biodiversity, there's tremendous reduced cultural diversity. And one of the words that I want to leave you with after this session is the notion of confluence. Right now there is a confluence between that cultural diversity and the opportunity to really bring that culture to inform the dominant culture, to teach the dominant culture how to live in eco-friendly environments, how to grow food, how to make use of both those kinds of things, which is sort of cultural tradition and the newest sustainable technologies of today. So the Wachozani Community or Experiential Learning Center is bringing those two things together. It's bringing master builders in eco-housing to train our students and to work with our students, and so then also providing expanded housing options for the Lakota people. It's also training people within the community who get to participate in the Learning Center through scholarship. It's providing skills for those people, and then they will go forward and continue the whole process all over again. So I think that we have sort of come to think about indigenous communities in terms of their loss. What I would like to encourage you to think about is in terms of their opportunity to instruct us as the dominant culture and to bring us into a more balanced world. I'm not sure that the cultural evolution moving forward will be identical to what it was in the past, but I think it will be enriching. And I think it will bring the gifts of a sort of tradition of living more in balance to all of us. So what I'm going to do, I didn't bring a PowerPoint, but I'm going to pass out this flyer. This is sort of talking about the Wachozani Experiential Learning Project. I have a sign-up sheet. We're up in Fort Collins. Ooh. So, and we regularly go up to Pine Ridge. Like I said, the actual Learning Center is in Wounded Knee. If anybody's ever been up there, there's a memorial right in the middle of Wounded Knee, and we're right across from the memorial. It's a very, very exciting process, and it's a very uplifting one. It's not, and after I listened to the NPR report about South Dakota, I was horrified. So come and experience the positive side of that culture and that opportunity. Thank you, I'm done.
Actually in time, so extra points. Next up, we have CU Biodiesel, who's going to continue the streak of one, being on time. Charlie McIntosh.
I'll be quick. I'll make this as quick as I possibly can. So, I'm Charlie McIntosh. I'm a student at CU, and I'm just the newest member to the CU Biodiesel student group and nonprofit organization. And first of all, the thing I need to do is dispel two huge myths about biofuels. And the first one is that they require more energy to make than they actually produce at the end. And the big confusion about this myth is that energy that it takes to make. And what we've been talking about so much in this conference is permaculture, is ecosystems, is how the natural systems provide this excess of production, this excess of living mass and energy that actually sustains itself and provides so much that it can sustain and grow and actually produce more. And so if you think about making biofuels in a way that simulates simulates the way that an ecosystem transfers energy. That's what I'm trying to get at. And the other big myth is that we have to use land that would be used for food in order to grow these biofuels. And that's another huge myth, because we have algae biofuels that can grow in the deserts, they grow in seawater, they don't even use fresh water. And then once they're all done, we can dry out these algae bodies and use them as the best natural organic fish feed that you possibly can have. And it's really, really incredible what we can do when we just sit down, think about these things, and get inspired by nature and how nature's energy systems actually provide all of the answers we're really looking for. And so CU Biodiesel is just one small student group. Right now we're only about 5 people. We've done some big things in the past. We've partnered with Engineers Without Borders and created a 100,000 liter biodiesel reactor in Thailand that supplies almost all of the energy needs locally for a small island near Thailand. And we've also got the Buff Bus, the university transportation system here, to run on a B20 biodiesel blend, wow, which is the highest percentage that we could get them to go, and we'd love them to go higher, but in the future. Right now we're working on this really incredible project called ESTER. It's our environmentally sustainable transportation for education and research laboratory. It's a mobile biodiesel processor that is housed in an old hot dog trailer, and we just recently acquired a solar thermal panel to put on the roof so that we can get all of our energy to process the biodiesel from the sun. So we don't use any electricity, no coal-fired power was used to make this biodiesel, and that's what I'm talking about reducing that energy input. We can get these energy sources from other places via sustainable farming practices, via renewable energy compatibility with these things. And all I'm really trying to do is inspire people to start thinking about this in a different way. We hold workshops every month on campus. They're free for everybody. Students, community members, come, look at our website. We send out letters and we invite everybody to come make your own biodiesel. See how easy the process really is, and use your imagination to see where we can take it. Because there are billions of people on this planet, and we have to figure out a way to connect with all of them, and it does require energy. It's something that is a huge issue right now. But if we focus energy locally, if we grow our own local energy, either through algae or oilseed crops, there's also high cellulose crops. These things come in such a variety of different species that all help and contribute to this same solution. They all work together. There's flowers, there's trees, there's shrubs, there's weeds, there's microorganisms. It's everything. It's biodiversity. It's adding a whole new area or a whole new section of species to our potential to grow and produce energy from it. And I think there's just really one thing I want to leave everybody with, and that's just the question that, can we as a society, as a community, as a people, close this energy loop? Can we produce energy from the very thing that the burning of this energy creates, carbon dioxide? These plants will take in this carbon dioxide and store it for us. Can we create an energy system that functions like an ecosystem?
Well done. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Willow Way Wellness with Zia Parker.
Hi there. So, that light is a little hard. So, Willow Way Permaculture is a small farm in Niwot, 2 acres. We teach the permaculture design course. We have a herbal CSA. We have internships. We also have programs, educational programs for direct communication with nature, and holistic body therapy that we offer there. I'm not going to talk too much about our programs because I'm so on fire about this issue. GMOs, oh my God, what the are we eating? So how many of you are also fired up about this issue? How many of you how many of you seen Jeffrey Smith's site? I really recommend Jeffrey Smith's site, and GMO, KNOW has those DVDs out on the table for free. So if you don't know why people are so passionate about this issue, you really owe it to yourself to find out. The devil is in the details on this. I thought I got it, and then I saw Jeffrey Smith's What You Have to Know About GMOs, and I'm like, this is way worse than I thought. Truly frankenfood. You also owe it to your mother to get informed about this, Mother Earth. So a lot of people are asking, why are GMOs even considered on Boulder County open space? Well, we know who we're dealing with here. And so we have to consider deception, coercion, who knows what. And we have to, because Monsanto has come right out and said, we want to control seed supply worldwide. And so we have to really consider their tactics. We have to figure out, how do they create the fear that motivates this level of control that's going on? And there actually is a lot of fear of weeds in the Boulder County open space planning and policy. So I wanted to have a nice bowl of fresh weeds that I could share with you to munch with me. But the snow didn't cooperate. But local weeds, what are called the invasives, are some of the most nutritious and delicious plants that grow in our backyards and grow in open space. So they're considered invasives. I actually see a lot of invasive species among us. Like, I don't see any Arapaho here, or Cheyenne, or Ute, you know. So I think that we need to really learn how to work with the invasives. The plant invasives are the local healers. They are the ones that are trying to heal the land, and they're actually very effective at it. So mallow is a really common weed. It's a demulcent. It really helps us keep our mucous membranes moist, especially this time of year. Thistle is a nutrient accumulator. It's really great for our compost. It's good as mulch. It can be used as a lemonade, just the stems. Bindweed is used as a remedy for cancer. It's a phytoremediator. That is, it uptakes heavy metals, 7 different types, including cadmium, one of the most difficult to remediate. It has a property similar to nitrogen fixation, and its deep roots bring up trace minerals and break up our heavy clay soil. So with proper management, bindweed could be a cover crop. We could be using